I listened to your picks last week, so
I went 2-1.
I was 1-2. Sorry. Somebody was 0-3.
of course she was. It's just nice to see that things don't change.
She sent a whole couple of different underwears for you to wear, and I don't know what happened to them, I swear.
Well, I should apologize. We should start off with apologizing. Like, the sexual tension between me and her, like, kind of broke up the show. Like, that's tough.
That's what happened?
Like, I feel bad.
I feel that might have been one of the issues.
There's nothing I can do about it. What am I going to do? Like, dress sloppier? I don't know.
You have that aura.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
She was telling us a story about going to Italy and, like, meeting a bunch of Italian guys and, like, rich Italian guys, and now I'm just, like, connecting the dots about what happened here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Lindenhurst's finest. We were really worried. We were really worried about, like, how this was going to go with you coming in here right now.
With me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what's your...
Are you mad at us?
Angry?
No, I've been fired before. It's fine.
Oh.
Fired. See?
Fired he used. Do people who are fired get asked to come back?
I've been asked to come back here after I've been fired.
Oh, man.
What? Like, why? Because they realized that you were so good at what you did, and they were like,
No,
come
everybody
back.
else, because other people quit, and they're like, shit, we're screwed. This guy's got no pride. He'll come back. He'll help us out.
It wasn't like he needs the money. I know somebody who's desperate.
Do you want, like, a minute, like an untimed minute, to just tell us how you, like, any emotions or anything like that, or bring us up to speed on anything that's going on in your life? Or
No, I sought out therapy when this happened, and we're working through it. So,
I mean, it would have been okay. I feel like it would have been easier, and I'm going to make this worse on us right now.
Oh, great.
But, like, why did we have her on first?
Because of who are these guys?
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot
That was really the only reason.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, no,
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Katie, that's not the only reason.
Oh my God.
No, I didn't want to insult her and say that we used it for the other show, and so we just put her on here.
Nah, that was all planned.
I think JK's got a whole plan.
I just thought, I looked at your picks the last couple of weeks, and I thought that's why you invited me back on. Like, we need a winner.
We need somebody, right?
Yeah.
We need the champ to come back.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just setting the stage with her coming, going 0-3. Now it's all you.
Right. Can only go
Yeah,
up.
I mean, once you win, you get kicked off. That's like the deal. If you make the best picks, you're out.
Yeah. So Katie's going to be on this podcast forever.
She'll always have a spot.
All right. So last week I went 2-1. You went 1-2, and she went 0-3.
Yeah, I had one of the worst picks ever in the history of gambling. I had said that Philly and New Orleans was going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a touchdown until a couple minutes left in the fourth quarter. So it was embarrassing. I almost wanted to lie and change it to the Baltimore game.
Well, that's what she lost on, right? She had the over in that game. It was just slowly watch it slip away.
man, yeah.
The fourth quarter. That was crazy. So season so far, I think we're tied 4-5.
4-5, terrible.
And the guests are 0-3, but now,
So he gets lumped in with her?
brought in the ringer.
So
Well, you
now
have
they
his
kinda
own record, and then there's a cumulative guest record, I think.
Okay.
But you guys are going to
It's
be
like a cinder block. That's not fair. Like, tied around my waist.
Well, I
drown
mean,
in there.
If you behave yourself, you'll be on more than once.
He did get here 6 minutes before he said he was going to get here, so that's
right.
He's in the positive right now.
And that's also 26 minutes sooner than we originally planned.
True.
It's still 11 o'clock at night right now, though.
It's so late. I feel bad. So you're not mad?
Nope.
You know what I mean? Oh. This is like when we did that one show without him, and he was at Rayo's.
Yeah.
Whatever it was called. Rios? What is that place?
I don't know.
Whatever. He was getting mocked as a gangster.
Re-raw?
No, you were in the city doing some big Italian stuff. But this is kind of like that.
Yeah, this is what I expected. I mean, it's been 40-something years now. The passive aggressiveness. I knew this
Let's
is what
like
we would
pretend this is the first show.
Get angry.
Okay.
Just get angry.
Yeah, or get angry.
Well, I didn't want to do that because then I thought you were going to cut it short, selective editing.
No, time didn't start yet. We're all right. We're not talking about football.
So let me know when we start.
No, I'm not going to let you know. That's the whole point.
Well, I've been listening to the show, and it seems like you guys don't know when you start or finish because it'll just be going, and then you hear the intro music, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
That's the point.
Makes sense.
That's when it starts, and then the bell will go off.
I got it.
It's going to be interesting.
Unfortunately for you guys, it starts after your picks instead of before them.
All right, let's get off of the picks also.
Really
though.
starting to hit us.
How's everybody feeling about this year so far? How'd you make out this week?
I mean, gambling wise, this was my best week. I won a few bets this week, made a little profit. First 2 weeks were really bad. I just think, again, the first 3 quarters of play are disgusting.
First three games?
No, the first 3 quarters
of all these games.
Of the 1 o'clock games, at least, we're dead. We're dead.
What about you? How are you doing to start the year?
Again, last week was my best week so far. First week and second, I'm up, I think, 5 or 6 units on the season so far. Pretty happy about that. Last week was big, even though, like, I love the fact that when you guys are making picks, you're like, here's exactly what Tripp would say. And it's like, he would say that take the Dawgs. He would say the numbers say this. And sure as shit, those are the ones that hit.
Dawgs are killing it.
Yeah.
What was it, 14-2 last week or something like that?
That's
something
why
ridiculous.
I love the first 5 weeks of the season, because you could just play historical trends. It doesn't matter what the teams are, because you really have no idea what anybody is yet.
Right.
See, if we keep saying what you said, it's like you're here. It's the same
exactly.
thing,
So
you know?
You're here now.
I have an everlasting impression. I love it.
Same thing. I figured out how to gamble again last weekend.
Yeah,
Felt great.
You're on a streak.
Couple of money lines, parlays, same game parlays. Boom, $26 I'm up.
That means you're making too many bets still.
Giants started me off hot.
Yeah,
that was
a great bet.
I had the Giants money line. I had them in a teaser, and I texted you guys at 1:04. I said, "Fuck this day, it's over."
First down, Dogs.
Because
your
opening
balls
kickoff, the opening kickoff got them off. They scored. Browns scored, but the Giants turned it around, surprisingly.
Yeah, that could have went bad real fast for them.
Yeah, it's a good thing Watson sucks.
And then they just held on for dear life in the second half.
Yes. Kind of like Baltimore grabbing at straws at the end of the games.
So we got 5 3-0 teams right now. The Bills.
What are 2 of them?
No,
what?
we're going to go through it. Who's the host? Remember last week we established?
All right.
I didn't want to be, but
just
Katie
wanted
said
to
I
hit you
was,
for a
and I'll
minute.
listen to whatever she says.
I like we don't even give him a chance to be the host.
Yeah, no.
All right, 5 3-0 teams.
Bills. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen's performance, unbelievable.
Ball hog. He's great though.
Ball hog.
Nah, I'm just joking.
Speaking of passive aggressive, all the comments coming out of Buffalo, every time these guys give an interview, it's all about, we have 53 guys in the locker room now, all pulling for the same thing. It's all about the team. They're basically shitting on Diggs every interview they possibly can.
That's okay. They can.
Yeah, they can, and they're playing great.
And their skilled position players are still so underrated. James Cook might be the best running back in the league right now.
Could be.
He's unbelievable.
His cuts were amazing last night.
So they got Baltimore and Houston coming up. A couple of toughies, maybe.
Yep.
We're not sure. The Chiefs,
As always.
3-0.
Boring.
Clutch from Mahomes, and also, the refs
refs.
love them.
It's unfucking believable.
You almost can't gamble on their games.
Was there a more undervalued wide receiver in the draft than Rasheed Rice?
100%, because I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Is Rasheed Rice as good as he is if he's playing with another quarterback?
I don't know, but that's,
You don't know.
that's,
Does it
that's
matter?
tough to say, though, because he
Yeah.
is getting yards after the catch.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Look, he looks great. Again, I didn't know who he was coming out of college, but it seems like Mahomes makes anybody look great.
Yeah.
The guy won with no wide receivers last year.
Could we
Except
talk
for-
about Kelsey being dog shit?
It all started when he started.
Yeah, started dating
It's,
some
it's
weird
almost like we
person.
started talking about that. And
Somebody's got to tell her, get this guy going.
I boosted everything up, too, on that game. I was like, this is the game. 70 yards, couple receptions, touchdown.
oh yeah, I had it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No.
So they got the Chargers, the Saints, a bye, and then the Niners. Pretty
They'll
tough.
be fine. They'll be in the Super Bowl. We'll see. We'll see them later. We'll see.
The Vikings.
Yeah, Jets, baby.
What do you mean?
That's number 1 Jet former QB.
I think it's more the Miami Dolphins' former head coach.
Okay.
That defense is insane.
They are.
Insane.
They're great. And I love that he got a job.
All around,
Piece
too.
of shit.
You know, like
No, he definitely doesn't.
He's a
like him.
phenomenal coach. I won't deny that. Even when he was at the Dolphins, the Dolphins were expected to lose every game, and they had the highest spreads against them for the first 10 weeks out of any team in history. Like, that's how bad the team was expected. And I think they won 5 games that year. So the guy's a great coach. Can't deny that. But he's an asshole.
Okay.
it's a good combo of him and the head coach, who's an offensive-minded guy. Kevin O'Connell. He's like,
I just don't know
Quiet,
how long it's gonna
reserved.
last.
Like,
It's-
leader in the clubhouse for Coach of the Year. Early, but
Okay, yeah, early.
But they're the Vikings. There's always a looming threat.
Yeah,
of
there's going to be
collapse.
something embarrassing that comes like when I place a bet
The
on
city, the entire fucking city is cursed. It's amazing.
them. They can't win a baseball playoff game.
They got the Packers this week.
Every time the Twins are in the playoffs, they play the Yankees and they get
Yes.
smoked. It's
Yes.
unbelievable.
Seahawks. Got the Seahawks.
Is that jet number 2?
Yeah.
Is that
Purposely put them back to back.
that's jet number 2? God.
The defense there too, though. Geno Smith's taking crazy chances because he knows he's got that insane defense.
And he's slinging it.
Great coach,
He's
too.
throwing the ball all over the place. He knows that he has guys, and he's throwing it all over the place.
They've already lost Kenneth Walker, who was the most overvalued person in the
For the season?
fantasy draft.
For the season?
No, but he's
Okay,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
No, because I
I think he's
was big
questionable
on
this
that.
week.
I was big on that backup, and I just never
Chardonnay.
I never
Saying
pulled the
his name?
trigger. Chardonnay.
Yeah, I don't like saying his name.
Zach Chardonnay. Charbonnet. I don't know what it is, but I like Walker. Nobody likes him. He's just injury prone.
Yeah. They got the Lions on Monday night. And then
It's gonna be a good game.
Worked.
the last one, Pittsburgh Steelers.
They're both shaking their heads.
I'm so
I
fucking
can't believe
mad.
you're both shaking
I'm
your
not.
heads.
I have been a advocate for the Steelers since we started this thing, and I said it's amazing what Tomlin does.
It's
Don't
amazing.
ever make him an underdog. Definitely don't make him an underdog at home because it's guaranteed money.
Do you hear what this guy does each week?
It makes no sense to me. I heard it and I was like,
picks
"What is
on
he
him.
doing?"
I'm going to bet him every week until they lose.
I'm sure
Well,
you
don't bet
are.
him this week. He's a favorite on the road.
I'm betting him this week.
He does not. He's not great when he's a favorite.
Wait, you're betting with them?
I don't know.
You
We're
better
not sure yet.
Because I don't think I want you to.
We're not sure yet.
I don't
We're
think
gonna
I
find
want you
out
to.
Justin
how much
Fields-
time is left. I'm starting to get
Double.
worried.
You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time. You could go on a Nick Saban rant or whatever he wants to go on.
No. It's all Tomlin, right? I mean, the guy's just a fucking genius.
It's the entire essence of Pittsburgh Steeler football.
Defense.
-5 yards in the second half. I don't care if you knock the
Defense.
quarterback out or not. Keep it in the game. I'll tell you, Justin Fields played his best game. He was 25 for 32 or something like that, 300 plus yards.
It's almost like
And he didn't even use his running game yet.
there's no pressure. It's these guys when they're on their second and third jobs when there's no pressure. You just said, "Hey, hold down the fort and don't lose us the game." These guys are playing outrageous.
I think he had pressure coming into week 1 and 2. I think he got a little bit more comfortable this week. Now it's a no-brainer. I
don't think there was
Russell
pressure.
Wilson
He
with
was
his hat on.
The fact that he wasn't the starter, he wasn't named the starter. Russ was
Right.
the starter, and then all of a sudden, a couple days before the game, it was like, "Oh, by the way, Russ is out."
Now, does Wilson stay there the whole time and be that guy who'll come in if he gets hurt, or does he want out?
Well, that's a good question, though. It's like, how many... You saw what Andy Dalton did this weekend.
Yeah,
How many
killed it.
good quarterbacks? I'm not saying Russell Wilson's a good quarterback, but how many good quarterbacks are sitting right now to let some guys who are in their first 4 years, unexperienced, play that could help a team?
Right. I mean, and I I expected him to do better. He made them look like a really good team.
Yeah. It's the hair. That fucking hair.
I think it's the red. It's the big red.
It's definitely.
Yeah. He'll get shot down this week, though. It'll be right back down to reality.
I got a question. So TJ Watt's having a kid, right? Did you see that?
I didn't.
JJ Watt disrupts him from getting ready for the game, and he has somebody bring in like a little tiny baby number 90 jersey to like congratulate him on having the kid. But the name on the back said Dad. Is the baby expected to wear that jersey that says Dad on the back at some
not?
point?
That's a ridiculous jersey.
Why is that a ridiculous jersey? It's his dad.
Yeah, but
It's a baby-sized jersey.
TJ Watt's not wearing the jersey. He's the dad. The kid's
Yeah,
wearing
but
a jersey. That's like me wearing a jersey that says son.
No, opposite way.
Shouldn't it say Watt on the back?
Yeah.
It
Number
should
90?
say Watt on the back.
Or baby.
definitely. But it could say dad because it's the
Baby.
kid's dad.
Yes.
Why would it say baby?
Because the
then
kid's eventually going to wear it.
It's the kid's jersey.
You don't wear your own name on the back of the jersey.
Sure you do.
She's
The
rooting
players
for the
do.
Well, the players do, but
It's the
the whole-
baby.
you don't because you don't play. The baby's not playing for
I'm
a while.
going with him. It should definitely say baby. It shouldn't say dad on the back.
It's his jersey. It's
It
the
could
Mm.
baby's jersey.
It's the baby's jersey.
Nah, I don't agree with that. It's the dad's number. It's the dad's uniform. The baby's
You've never seen a
rooting for the dad.
personalized jersey where someone wears a jersey and it says like
Yeah, do you ever
stupid
make fun
and
of
then
those people?
and then the wife's jersey says I'm with stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you a jersey.
You're going to wear a jersey that says McNeely on it?
No.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
You're not going to
absolutely.
buy a Dolphins jersey and put McNeely on
Yeah, I
it.
think that's really cool. People might think it's me, and I'm on the
You're
team.
lying.
I would rather see him wear a jersey that says dad on the back.
Best dad.
I have a trophy for that one. I don't need a jersey.
And a mug. Maybe a pen. We might not get all the picks in.
It
I
might
got
not.
still a lot to
I
go.
don't- I only have
still got a
two.
lot to go.
I only have 2 anyway, so
It's
I'm trying to make
amazing
this
that
go.
we used to have 5 and 4, and now
believe-
it's down to 2.
I have
I can't
5.
believe we used to have 5.
That's crazy. I hated it, but I loved it. The 0-3 teams, they're all AFC teams. We can get through this one quick. The Titans, just awful,
Change the quarterback.
awful line. But they did change him?
No, change the
They're gonna
quarterback.
have
They have to.
No.
15 sacks, 3 games.
It's almost like offensive line is important. It's crazy. Like, hey, how's the Steelers' offensive line? One of the best in football, right? 3-0.
But they really weren't supposed to be.
Okay,
They're just doing well.
how is the Chargers' offensive line? One of the best lines in football. Yeah, they got hurt this week. It's the only reason they lost is because the offensive line got hurt this week.
Right.
Offensive line.
What's the quarterback's name?
For who?
For the Titans.
Will Levis. Will Levis?
What's his name?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Isn't it Will Levitts?
No, there's no T. It's
Will
Levis.
Levi's?
Levi's
Levi's,
is closer.
Will Levis?
Levis.
Okay, all right. The Jaguars, who got fucking whopped last night by the Bills.
You lost that one.
You bet on the Jaguars?
I kind of thought they were going to keep it close too. To be
They're
quite
struggling everywhere.
everywhere. It's bad. Does Trevor Lawrence go somewhere else?
Where's he gonna go? He's not that good. I'm
No, he's not
tired.
good.
Well,
he
that's
was
my-
the
that's my
All-American, Under Armour All-American
Yes.
guy. He was the biggest thing, and he did dog shit in high school. He played in the senior game, did dog shit. We watched the game with Ruckert. Didn't play well. Goes to college, has a decent college career, but not what he was expected to do. He was expected to be like the greatest college quarterback ever. Very, very good college career, but he's also on one of the best. He was on one of the best teams every year on Clemson. Comes on the pro, like he hasn't done shit. Why was he the highest paid quarterback for a while? Like, I don't care if it was for a week or two. Why?
It's just the economics of the NFL is so fucked up. I was talking about that the other morning with somebody. It's like you're putting so much money into these guys who have proven nothing.
Nothing.
Like when Daniel Jones got that contract and everybody laughed.
Same thing, yeah.
What were you doing?
Same thing. And then you got the Bengals.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I would have lost my house if I was like a gambler in Vegas. I would have bet everything I had on Cincinnati last night. But I love that they're 0-3. I love the division. 2-game lead for the Steelers.
As far as the Bengals go, I don't understand. You watch them play for the last couple of years. Whenever they get down or they're down big, and they let Burrow just fucking cook in like a 2-minute drill
He could
or
score
like
he could score in a minute
it's
and a half.
the guy's fucking unbelievable.
Yes.
Stop calling an offense. Tell the offensive coordinator to go take a walk. Just let that guy go play schoolyard ball with Higgins and Jamar Chase, and they're not going to lose. They're getting destroyed in the first half. Second half, he comes out. The guy's fucking dealing.
I agree.
Why don't you do it all the time? I don't. It was the same thing with Eli. Eli, I don't think he's as great as the Giants fans make him out to be. The old mustachioed fan base. But when Eli ran the 2-minute drill, there were a few people that were better.
Right.
Why can't they do that all the time? Just let the guy go up there, read the defense, and let him fucking cook.
The defense has got to show up too, and Daniels look great.
Yeah,
He looked great.
Yeah.
What's going on with that fucking dyed hair, though? I still can't get into that.
I don't know. You got to start getting nervous now, though, because we all run out of time.
The Bengals, Panthers, though, this weekend.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You want to start with that one?
All right, we're in the picks.
Want to start with my pick with that one?
Yeah, let's
All right.
go.
Guess what? Bengals, my house, on them, -4.5. Bengals against Carolina. I'm taking them.
You and everybody else in the country.
Okay, I'm going with it on this one.
The public's been getting destroyed all season.
I know, but I can't fail twice on this. It's impossible. Do I kick myself off the show if the Bengals don't win
Well,
by
I mean,
4.5?
the way you just emphatically said that, like,
They-
we're going to have to
No, I
keep
think you give
rolling
away
that
your
back.
house. You
they
bet your
have
house.
to destroy them. That's it. If they don't, I'm not making any more picks. Fuck this show. I'll just sit here. I'll just.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, there's your producer.
Don't do that. Yeah, you know what? It's us three again. Now we got Katie back in. It's me, Sean, and Katie.
You, Sean and Katie?
Yeah.
All right. I'll sit Indian
And you
style
have
on
to
the
have,
floor
like,
with a hookah.
Tape on your mouth.
Hostage tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Sponsored by Hostage tape.
Make me sit here with tape on my mouth next episode if fucking they don't win. Please.
And it's crisscross applesauce, not Indian style.
Yeah, that's true. I want to
yeah.
be
Whoops.
PC.
He said Indian style and a hookah in the same sentence. That's trouble. All right. Make a pick, Trip.
I am taking the Jaguars +7 at the Houston Texans. The Jaguars 0 and forever. Any teams that are 0-3 going into week 4 are hitting at over 60%. Same thing as last week, but give me the winless Jags to cover in a divisional game with 7 points. Teams that are getting more than 5.5 points, 65% more this season so far. So give me the big spread. Give me all the points in a divisional game. Jags +7.
I miss his stats.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was going to give so many more. I was starting to get really freaked
I
out.
can't. I
We're running out of time.
All right,
He's going to be
Saints.
shocked when this
Saints,
is over.
Falcons. Falcons are home, -1.5. Saints came back down to earth last week. Kirk Cousins settled in a little bit. Both of these teams took tremendous hits on their offensive line. A lot of trouble. The Saints' weapons are just still to me. Like, they're better than that, what they played like on last Sunday. Olave still hasn't gotten going. I always get burned by the Falcons, though. I'm going to let them do it again this week. I'm taking the Saints +1.5.
Saints +1.5?
Yep.
I'm going to jump in on that game, but I'm jumping in on a different way. I'm doing my famous New Orleans Atlanta over at 42.5. I'm doing it.
How many times did you hit that?
1 out of 3 probably. As you said it, Kirk Cousins, I think, has settled in. Saints have to get better than they did last week and get some more points on the board.
They had to get someone to call the plays better.
Well, that's a different problem. But I think these two teams are big enough to get over 42.5.
I'm so nervous right now.
Over what? The time?
How much time's left? Make a pick.
We're all right. There's only two
I got the Colts +1.5.
3.
You going with the Colts?
I'm going with the Colts +1.5.
It's a smart bet.
Steelers are 3-0. They've overachieved. They're on the road. They're
To say that they overachieved.
they absolutely overachieved. It's time to come back down to earth. Colts haven't played a complete game yet. Colts +1.5.
I said it. I'm betting on the Steelers game every week until they lose. But in this game, I'm going with the under 39.5.
Okay. All right.
The Colts can only run the ball. They can't throw the ball.
I mean,
and the
what's
Steelers
going on with
defense
that guy?
is just insane. I'm not saying anything about the Steelers offense. Under 39.5.
Sophomore problems with Stroud and Richardson. Mm-hmm. I mean, is Stroud going to struggle all year?
His outfits are crazy. I'm just saying it.
Why don't you have a picture?
That's only a
of them?
segment for when Katie's here. We're still trying to
okay.
figure out a segment for when you're here, but
You, wanna
you don't
tell
get the
him-
you don't
wanna
get
tell
the
him
fashion
what you were
one.
gonna do? You want to tell
Yeah, we'll tell him when it's over. Tell him when it's over.
when the time goes up? I really like that game. Shit, I have to think of another pick.
All right, I'll jump in. I
gonna
got
go?
Packers Vikings under 43.5. I don't think the Vikings are as good as they're playing. Their defense is fucking phenomenal. Both teams have great running games. I think it's going to be a long, slow game because of the running games.
Love's playing.
Love is playing, but they're going to be very conservative with him. For
sure.
I don't think they're going to have him dropping back, 35, 40 times. So I'm going to take the under 43.5 in a divisional game.
That's another fucking guy. Jones is doing. Oh, that's a revenge game right there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right. I got to get a piece of the Baltimore Buffalo game. Why are you laughing at that?
Just the way you said it.
What?
I just
What a piece. Listen, Baltimore's coming back home. I think Buffalo's finally going to get a challenge. Allen's going to get some people in his face. They are not good, obviously, in the fourth quarter. So even if they have a lead, I don't know. I don't even love Lamar Jackson, but I have to take Baltimore at the -2.5. It's under a field goal. I'm going to take the Ravens over the Bills. Sunday night football. Fuck, prime time. I was loving the over, but then I thought prime time and the overs never really work. So I'm going Baltimore Ravens -2 at home.
2 Monday Night Football games again this week.
Again, what the fuck?
What is that?
What
It's
are we
week 1
doing?
every year.
The Titans are favored on Monday night.
Yeah, I'm
it's
taking
'cause
that
your
game.
Dolphins suck. Are we going to talk about his Dolphins?
The Dolphins are 3-0. I mean 0-3. What?
The Dolphins are 0-3?
No.
Oh.
1-3.
Who'd they
1-2.
beat?
What?
That's That's my Super Bowl team.
The Dolphins are dogs at home
Fuck!
to an 0-3 team.
Yep.
I got to undo what you did to this guy by picking the fucking Dolphins to go to the Super Bowl. Tyreek's return to the scene of the crime. We're not sure who the quarterback is going to be. Is it going to be Boyle?
Underdogs at home?
It's got to be Huntley.
Is it going to be fucking Shane Falco?
No, it's me, Huntley.
Total emotional bet, but I'm going with the coach in this one. In this game, I'm taking the Dolphins plus 1.5 on Monday night.
Wow.
Home dogs against an 0-3 team
How
that
many
no
points?
one can pronounce the quarterback's name right.
Levis.
Levitts?
Levis.
Levis.
What's the spread?
1.5. Why is every fucking spread 1.5 also?
Because nobody knows anything right now. That's the problem.
Oh, there's so
You have
much
3
time
picks?
left.
I
There's
have
so
3
much
picks.
See,
time
we
left.
did it. We
I-
did it.
I can make
you
more.
got so nervous. Look how mad. Look how nervous.
The
you
one
got.
pick
Now
I
what?
had,
Talk about how terrible the Dolphins are. What's happening with Tua? Is he gonna play again?
no, he's got crip fingers. He's fucking out 4 weeks.
What do you mean crip fingers? Like he's like this?
He does the fencing pose. He got knocked out, and he does the fencing pose, which is like his body goes into shock.
So he's done forever.
He's out 4 weeks. He said he's not going to retire. He should definitely retire.
He has crip fingers. I think he should be. So why don't you take Wilson or somebody like that?
That's what I'm saying. They
Right?
got to get somebody.
Stop it.
You have to get
No,
somebody.
not Wilson.
All right, somebody
Anybody else.
They got Tyler Huntley was a Pro Bowler.
Levis?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Give him a shot first.
He was in the
Then
Pro
go
Bowl.
get Russie Wilson.
Maybe Levis will play on both sides of the ball this week.
He's trying to. He loves to just throw the ball to the other team and then try to make a tackle. Like, I don't
Wait,
know.
who's the guy on the Dolphins that you're saying should start?
Tyler Huntley's going to start. They just signed him. He was the Pro Bowler from Baltimore 2 years ago.
The black guy.
Yeah.
That looks like Lamar Jackson, plays
Wow,
like Lamar
that's-
Jackson.
Wow.
No, well, they
Yeah,
kind
he
of
is.
play
No,
the same game.
He is African American for
And
sure.
is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
Okay. Your hair's crazy, by the way. You look like you've been up on But that's good. He's good. Probably doesn't know any of the playbook.
Yeah, he's good. That's why he wasn't signed until week 3.
Here's a playbook. Throw the ball to Tyreek Hill.
First down, Dogs.
We got fast with those picks.
I know.
We should have did 5.
I wanted to beep.
I know. You were going fast. You
I
got
know, because I
nervous.
thought it was way worse. I didn't want to be the one that didn't get all their picks in. I was going last.
I was walking in. I had the Cowboys. And I was like, I'm going to make the Cowboys pick.
Wait, we're not supposed to talk about
you
football
can't.
right now. You can't talk about football.
Bring it.
It's anything else.
Bring
You wanna
it
talk
next.
about your kids?
What?
Football's over. The bell rang.
Yeah.
Don't you know the
we're
rules?
just.
Yeah.
Oh, we're still recording though.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh.
What do you want to talk about? This is when we get indulged into who you are.
Oh, okay.
October 15th. That's when that's when he's coming back.
October 15th. That sounds like a long
I got
time.
a thing that day.
Oh, cancel it.
What do you mean you got a ding
I
that
got a
day?
thing.
You don't
At
have to-
night?
Let's see about a guy.
I got a question. Is Katie coming on again before him?
Well, she wants to come on. She's going to the team that's
I don't know
playing
how
in
that's gonna
England.
Work. How's that going to work?
I don't know.
How are
We'll
we going to
figure it
do
out. That's
fucking
next week.
satellite coverage?
That's
I mean,
next
what
week.
are-
That's
what
next
are we
week.
doing? I'm only doing it if she has a microphone in her hand. That's the only way I'm doing it. She has to look like a sideline reporter if we're going to have her on the show.
And she went 0-3, so she should be wearing some.
right.
Yes.
Maybe nothing, maybe something.
Seriously. She tried to get him in underwear for going 0-3.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
I
so
don't
many
know which
women
one I'd
try to
like to
get
see
me in
more.
underwear. You know?
Like she should have to wear a chicken suit.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, listen, we've all seen her in her underwear if you follow her on Instagram 100 times. Like, let's get something even more like degrading, you know? You gotta dress up like Abraham
Ah, she's
Lincoln,
too short.
you know?
Abraham Lincoln probably, well, he was tall.
Fine, Jefferson, it doesn't matter.
Make it dress up as something is what you're
Yeah.
saying. You got to do something for going 0-3 like that.
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, I don't know what it is, but it's got to be something. She's not playing by the rules.
I know. She never does, though. Who else could we get?
Smitty, but he almost died.
Yeah.
That's fucking bizarre. Could we interview him about that and just have the whole 20 minutes on that?
Well, the best was, I said, what did the doctor say? He said, basically just rub some dirt on it and get back out there.
That's how, because I forgot to tell him that happened, and I just told him before, and I was like building up the hype of like, you called me on Monday morning, and this guy he's fucking wakes up and he can't. They put him back in because he can't.
Yeah, put him back
and then the next
under a
time I
couple-
heard about it, he was home on
He's home.
Thursday.
Yeah.
He's home having nachos. He's I'd be dead. I know I would.
Don't say that.
Well, I mean, how do they know you're going to wake up out of a coma?
I don't think they do.
So if you're going nutto, pulling things out of your arm, and they induce you into a coma, you don't think they have a timeline with like your weight or whatever?
Well, I think once you're up, you're up. If it's on their terms, I think they can control it.
Yeah, if he went in a coma by himself, there's no known. But I'm saying if I had to put you down in a coma, they know you'll be up in 2 days.
You're asking me like I'm an anesthesiologist or something.
Oh, what?
An anesthesiologist. That's the first word I've ever mispronounced.
It's true.
In 3 years of this fucking podcast.
Other than Will Levis's last name.
Yeah, you
Names
keep
don't
on
count.
putting it to
Names don't count.
Levitts.
Will Levi?
Levi jeans.
All right, that's it.
All right, first down, Dogs.
Take it deep.
It's so hot in here.